hard to believe, nearly 6 months ago, end of October, when Hurricane Sandy roared ashore, levying billions and billions of dollars in damages and countless lives torn apart. And today, nearly 6 months later, huge parts of our region, and especially communities along the Jersey Shore and coastlines, still struggling to rebuild. Homes still in shambles, businesses closed, towns quickly running out of money. And Fox 1 News reporter Natalie Patterson takes us to the town of Seabright, New Jersey, where the mayor says the promise to rebuild still faces daily obstacles.
It was just 3 days after Hurricane Sandy slammed the coast when the people of Seabright packed the bleachers of a high school football field for an emergency meeting. It was a windy, damp day filled with uncertainty about the future of their battered shore town. No one could imagine what lay ahead, but there was a promise from Mayor Dina Long.
And we're going to rebuild our town sustainably for the future.
It was the beginning of our new life here in Seabright.
These were some of the last images of Seabright we could take safely. It would be more than 2 weeks before residents would be able to see their homes again. But on November 1st, our cameras were allowed in, and what we found was simply incomprehensible. 6 months later, Seabright is a very different place.
We're still really struggling day to day to get back to whatever the new normal is going to be.
Long says of the 1,400 residents in town, only half have been able to return home.
The large majority of us are still waiting for settlements from our insurers.
And only a handful of businesses have been able to open their doors. Where there was once piles of wreckage left behind by the storm, now there are fenced-off empty properties. Progress, she says, has been slow, but the town is on its way to a comeback.
You'll see all stages of construction all over town.
If there's one silver lining following Hurricane Sandy, Long says it's that her residents and visitors will be able to enjoy another summer on the beach in Seabright.
The beach is still here. The water looks beautiful.
Natalie Patterson, FiOS 1 News.
Meanwhile, other parts of the Jersey Shore experiencing a different kind of problem. Long Beach Island, for example, recovered from Sandy a lot faster than other spots have. But today, there are fears that it will suffer this summer. And obviously, summer, a huge season when you're talking about the Jersey Shore. And folks there worried that people will be so afraid of all the other damage along the shoreline that they're going to stay away from LBI as well. An image people on the island are hoping to correct.
They've done a great job. They've cleaned everything up. Everything looks like it's ready to go.
I want everybody to know that we're open and LBI is alive.
Now, restoring the shore to normal, critical, not just for the people who live there, obviously, but the shore region. It accounts for most of the Garden State's tourism dollars, and tourism making up 7% of the state's entire economy and 10% of all of New Jersey's jobs, not to mention the $4.5 billion in state and local tax revenue that it generates. And of course, it is not just the shore areas that got hit hard by Sandy. Cities like Hoboken, way up on the Hudson River, big, well-known city, as you all know, seriously damaged by the storm. And unlike other areas, there are no easy answers on how to prepare Hoboken for the next big storm. Zoning fixes not going to work here. They can't elevate their buildings or totally rebuild, leaving lots of questions and few answers for city leaders.
The average, row house or brownstone, they can't lift their home up on pilings. And so we need to look at other ways to protect the city. And so what I've been trying to propose is a comprehensive plan.
FiOS 1 News, they're going to have much more on all of these stories and a lot more as it relates to the storm, from both the physical but also to the personal toll it's taken, and also inspiring stories of comebacks along the coastline, not just in New Jersey, but of course on Long Island and in the city in between. It's a special report, Sandy, 6 months later. It comes your way Monday night at 7 p.m. on FiOS 1 in New Jersey and Long Island, immediately following our program. RFL continues right after a quick break. Please stay with us.